and stuff. There were some people that just chose to stop streaming at that point that I knew as well, which is totally understandable because that shit is like hella frustrating. And if that was overwhelming for the individual, then programs like this would probably be well and truly overwhelming, because I found it pretty fucking overwhelming. I had to learn so much in a short period of time to be able to use this on top of my regular streams, on top of like learning other stuff and whatever, you know. Inspired surgery, Bon. Nice. I'm trying to get the hospital clean, to be fair. Doing good. How are you? I'm okay, Bubba. I'm sick and sore and gotta see a doctor on Thursday, but yeah, otherwise, I don't know. I'm alive, and that's probably generally the good things. And yeah, it's good to hear that you're doing good, Bubba. Guessing you're just starting your day. I will hydrate. Thank you. It makes no sense to me why switching video quality on Twitch also impacts sound quality a lot. I know, right? I don't fucking get it either. Fucking Bubba. Slapping me with cheese while I'm having a drink. Can you imagine if you're trying to take a sip of a drink and then like Bubba just runs past and literally fucking throws a slice of cheese across your face? Like, good God. Oh. Bubba's probably like losing it laughing now. But, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, that some of the shit doesn't make sense to me. Like, some of it is like, I have like more of like a hardware kind of background with PCs and stuff like that. So that stuff's fine. But when it comes to like software bullshit, a lot of this stuff just doesn't make sense. And it's more so the shit that it's doing doesn't make sense. And I'm like, if it doesn't make sense to me, I'm like, yeah, there's definitely going to be people out there that are definitely smarter and know what they're doing, or know like the special words that they've got to like key search for and stuff like that. But like, there's going to be people out there that have a lot less like knowledge or experience or like willingness to look up this stuff, and it's just like, what the shit is happening? Jinsei, mate, I'm going to need to get you an arm, you know? It's like they tie a different audio bitrate for each video quality preset. That's what I think too, because you often watching like the like 120 or 130p or whatever, and you said that like the quality is different to like the 720p or whatever that I output in, but sometimes it doesn't make sense where whatever happened, because I will get it randomly throughout videos. Sometimes it's in like the middle of a video, sometimes it's like near the end, sometimes it's right at the start. Like, it's all over the place. Sometimes I don't catch it, and sometimes it's just I have no audio, so I sometimes have to go and edit in and say like, oh, I'm missing audio in this section and stuff like that. It's not, the game isn't muted or I'm not muted and stuff like that, just to let you know and stuff. But like when I'm live, I don't expect that there's any issue with that, so I don't know what it is with the retention of the live recording into the VOD, right, that changes it. Like, I don't fucking know. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun technical shit to come with streaming. Meow me lucky, have a meowful stream. No worries, Keelan. The 160, yes. The audio quality at 160 is just, I know. I know it is. But I appreciate you, like, you know, trying to listen through that anyway, you know. But yeah, if you go lurk, go lurk. I'll be here. I'm having a look at some of my thrombos and shit. I now have a Cypress thrombo, by the way. I have a Cypress colonist, I've got a Cypress thrombo, so it's gonna send me for a loop if that guy dies. I'm gonna yawn a bit. But yeah, I don't know. Apart from that, Bubba, I'm alright. I had a pretty fucking rough weekend, being pretty sick. I was supposed to be resting, and then I ended up really, really sick. Like, my Crohn's, like, took a day, and then was like, you know what? I'm just gonna flip a table, and that's how this whole weekend's gonna go. So that's what, like, my weekend was like. And then I had a pretty rough day today as well, because, like, I've got, like, discomfort lingering from that weekend I want to see my doctor about. And, yeah, it made for a very unpleasant sleeping experience today. So I'm pretty tired, and there's a good chance that later in the week I will probably skip one stream, either Thursday or Friday, one of the 2 days. Because you guys are all going to rest, aren't you? Because, yeah, I have like an 8-hour stream Project Zomboid tomorrow. And that's fine. I'm looking forward to that. But I also have 8 hours of editing after that, and I have a doctor's appointment in amongst the editing, and like during the day, so that's going to prolong everything because I've got to go out to that. And then yeah, if I'm lucky, I get some rest. If not, I don't stream like Thursday night. If I get some rest and I feel alright, I'll like maybe look at like Friday, taking a break then, because I still got like a lot to do on the weekend and shit. Some few like social days there. I'm seeing Naomi with like a different color here. I know she's like psychotically wandering, but I can't help but like when I see like a different color in my hospital, I'm like, are you? It's like, do I know you? Like, I literally feel like I don't know, a little bit of Professor Oak whenever I see my colonist in like different colors. I'd be like, are you mine? Are you one of my colonists? Like, I've never seen this colonist in my life, this Naomi. She's not an original, but she's been around for a while. But yeah, for anybody that maybe doesn't know what's happening with my colony is, for the most part, we're trying to make enough components, to make enough advanced components, to make enough bionics to replace the arms and legs, the stomachs, mouths, jaws, whatever it is that each colonist may require in each individual like person's situation. This person got insulted 10 times. Jesus. Or wait, were you the Lords that was like walking around in the mental state? Because if that's the case, you probably got that yourself. Yeah, they're on the brink of breaking because I think they just came out of a mental state and they're missing a lot of stuff. That's fine. But yeah, essentially, like last week we attacked a bandit encampment, took 6 people, 6 prisoners, which we should be able to get 2 out of prison soon. I think it's like Tillman and I don't think it's Johnson. It might have been Joyce. I was looking in here before. I think there's Tillman's ready to get recruited. And who else? Because there was a second person I marked up, Takuma. Takuma's also ready to like join the colony and stuff. But yeah, basically I took prisoners. I also fucked over my allies like a week or 2 beforehand and took me because I walked into my colony. So they didn't like me, but I made friends with them. I'm also waiting for a couple of traders to come visit so we can get like maybe components, maybe some steel and stuff. I have a lot of steel. I've got like 14,000 steel. But yeah, we're basically doing this whole production line thing down here. The only other thing I want to do is I want to make sure we have more medical places. Maybe up on this top side, move some of my stuff down. But or maybe like snooze a couple of benches. I also want to sell off a lot of like my old clothes and stuff. But everybody's, more or less, everybody that can carry a weapon is carrying a weapon. I did that last week. I got everybody to like pick up a carry something. The only problem is I've got one brawler who's got a weapon and they are between mining sites at the moment, so I can't fix that up. But it's fine. They've got plenty of capacity on them, and hopefully they'll get like steel or something at the next spot. That's kind of what's going on for the most part. We're mostly just chilling out. I'll swap out Parsons' weapon from the caravan when he gets home. That's probably not going to be this week, or it'll be late stream. I expect to get attacked. We got attacked by a infestation, so that was one thing, but that's not the thing that I'm expecting to get attacked by, because like we had this whole section was fucked up about a fortnight ago, and I get kind of attacked on like a generally fortnightly kind of ratio. So I'm kind of expecting to get attacked again at some point. And yeah, mostly just trying to fix everybody up, because when we moved here, shit just went south real fast. And yeah, there's nothing I could do about that. We just had to weather a couple of years and get some supplies, and now everybody's kind of like, I'm kind of like making everybody happy before we want to move, but I want to get everybody's like limbs fixed up, because there's been a lot of like absolute fucking punch-ups where shit's just been ripped off. And I don't really give a shit about tantrums and punch-ups and stuff. It happens. It's just that I have a very large number of colonists that need more than one limb, and that's going to take a little while. But it just means that we're going to be at this location for a little bit before we move off. That's all it really is. And honestly, since we didn't get to stay at the last location basically at all, I don't really care if that's the case. I kind of don't mind if you want to do hunting. These are like pretty high. Like your handling's very, very high. You've got very high skills. I don't really want you to do mining. I also want to go through and find some of my main girls, my original ones like Seahorse and Weeks and stuff like that, and get them off the mining equipment and maybe let them go do something fucking else. Because they can do it, but I don't really want them to. They have a lot of priorities and stuff, but yeah, I don't want you to only do handling. I wonder which one of these lets me do, that does crafting. Oh yeah, Tillman decided to join too. Let's see. What are you doing? Blacksmith or machining? That's not what I want to increase. Create apparel from raw materials. I don't want to increase that. Skilled labor at workstations, including stone cutting, smelting, and more. I wonder if that's the one I want you to increase, because I wouldn't mind if they're not doing animal stuff, at least having the availability to work on a machine. Like, I don't have a lot of animals around for people to hunt, so hunting isn't going very far, which is unfortunate. The plant cutting, though, you don't have any plant cutting skills, do you? Either way. Okay, who was the other one? Tillman. Are you a daytimer? There you are. Mate. Yeah, you're also a daytimer. I haven't put, what's his face in the schedule yet, but this is fine. I'll get to him eventually. We only have 2 people joining at one time, so it's not like that's a huge issue. So basically, initially there was a more hierarchy to the priority system that I didn't want like a certain level or under to be doing a certain thing and stuff like that. But with time, it kind of really mattered that even the lower skilled people had like a higher priority for certain things. So each person has their own individual priority and crap. So yeah, it doesn't matter to me if they've got a growing skill of like 3, for instance. I have enough plants. They can butcher a couple of plants and get some skills up. Between animals and plants, they'll be pretty useful. I don't want you to do any of the other stuff. I will almost always have plants and I will almost always have animals for people to at least be doing something. You 2 are daytimers, so this is easy. But yeah, I have a daytime and a nighttime schedule and stuff like that, and because of the sheer size of my colony and the layout and all that stuff, it just works a little bit better if they have like larger blocks of stuff, because they don't waste time walking between things. Like the amount of time it takes them to get to their job, do their job, finish their job, go do some recreation, like walk to where the recreation is, or like eat and all that stuff in amongst there, and then go to sleep and stuff, walk to where their beds are and shit. It all takes a little bit of time and stuff. So like I could have, if I moved everything closer, I could have a super ultra fucking productive base, but I would also constantly run out of materials, which is something that I don't think anybody really stops and thinks of, is the fact that, yeah, if I had all of this stuff super, super close by, I actually wouldn't really have the materials most of the time for it. Like, we run out of leathers and stuff all the time because everybody's always making stuff. And they don't do anything with the cloth except for make medical stuff, which is why we're up at like 233 medical. But I was thinking, I still want them to do art stuff, but I actually thought about taking a few people away from the stone cutting benches because, hold on, let me get over here. We've got 32,000 slate. We've got 4,000 limestone, which we're not really doing much with, and we've got 2,000 marble, which, to be fair, we are making a lot of statues out of that. So I'm just thinking for a while, because I don't think we need these on at the moment, but like eventually I will need them on and we'll need other statues and shit like that. We have so much slate blocks, I don't really think we need to turn this over anytime soon. Yeah, I know you didn't get to finish that, mate. This is fine. I've only got 3 of those benches because they are always working on these. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a low skill level thing, and then they sit there for fucking ever. It's like the mining things. Hold on, I need to call. Thanks. Yeah, it's like the mining machines. Now that I've kicked them off these, I should find them on other stuff. And I want to find... So the mining machines around my base, I have like doing various different things. But what I want is if I could just get you guys... Probably go alphabetical. If I can, I'll get you all the way up the top. It's not going to help me too much, but it should help certain names stand out. So I know you can do low-level mining. That's fine. Amia, she can definitely do mining. I want to take you downwards on that because while I don't have much construction, I do have a lot of wardening and handling stuff that she could otherwise do. I know she's a 10, but I have a lot of colonists that are a 10. What else skills have you got? Like all of this stuff she could do more of. Like I actually dampened these down at some point because I didn't want her to do it as much. Like when I take her out to a location, I do want her to do mining, but she can't do other shit. Like she can do growing and stuff like that. Like I can bring that up a little bit. So that plant cutting, like I don't really mind with these ones. My main people, the people I started with, they have really, really high skills by now. But I have a lot of people that can do stuff. So actually the other thing I was going to look at was you two and your medical. I want to take that up because I think you two could start doing more doctoring. You're already on that. I'm going to set you as a priority for doctor. She's not the best doctor I have in the space. Or for a bit of practice, if she doesn't kill somebody, she could be pretty fucking valuable like that. I'd rather keep my main people as doctors at the back of the fight than have them up the front. I just gotta find the rest of them. I have a lot of them. Chibo Chet Chimpanzee. That's my chimpanzee. That's the one. Yeah. I want to bring that up. I know it's really low. If you got construction, can still stay high. I'm fine with these being high. Won't do art. I could make you do art, but there's no point in that. I'd rather him stay in around these places. That's fine with me. And maybe learn a bit of doctoring. Corpsey. Let's see. We've already got doctoring. You have like plant cutting and all the things. You don't have... Well, you can do mining, but you don't have that like super enabled. I'm fine with Corpsey. Corpsey's like, he's able to do a lot of stuff. Like if we have prisoners, he'll deal with prisoners. If we have animals, he'll pat the animals. If we have something to hunt, he'll go hunt the animals. Like it's fine. Like literally. Cypress is our medical officer. We should do mostly construction. Plants. And you got a pretty high skill in art. I still don't want that to be a priority. But yeah. What is this? Oh yeah, just construction. Okay, Corpsey actually can't do that much. He can do a lot in like... They can all do a lot in their research stuff. But I turned that down ages ago. I don't want them like sitting there with that all the time. Let's see, now you could do wardening. I don't have people very often. I have higher skilled people that could do it. What is this? Cooking? Yeah, Dodsworth is fine for cooking. Hunting. I do have that on pretty low priority, even though he can hunt. Like, I'd rather him do like the cooking and stuff, but I don't mind bringing that up. Like I said, these are people where mostly I want them to be kind of able to do most things because they've got the skills for it. Like, I don't want this to go up on a higher priority. He can definitely go do the growing and the cutting and shit like that. I don't want him to. No, I accidentally clicked that. You've got really high researching too. Let's bring that down. I don't think he ever really gets that far through his list because we always have cooking. But still, just in case. Now, E could do some more medical stuff. I know you're pretty low with that, but what have you got? You could do handling. Bring that up a little bit. You have construction, growing, mining. Let's lower that down. I want that to be a 3 because you can do other shit. Bring hunting up a little bit. Inspired trade. Nice. I'm pretty sure you were able to do researching pretty high. And I actually wouldn't mind keeping you at least on a 3 as a backup person. Alright, let me get this list a bit up to top. Let's see. So, I think Enyo. That's it. It doesn't help I've got fucking Enge and Engo and Enyo. It's Enyo that's like the one that I've got to keep an eye on. You can do wardening. So let's let you do wardening. You could do cooking and stuff. I don't expect her to like walk out here and do wardening as a priority. You've got pretty low doctoring. I wouldn't mind you to kind of do that as like a low 2. You get some skills up in it. You got a low construction. You're mostly planting, cooking. Okay. And art. Okay, I don't mind that. I wouldn't mind art being down a little bit lower because I'd rather you do cooking since you've got such a fucking maxed out skill in it. Hey, Stein, what are you up to? Welcome in. I'm just going through my colonists and trying to make sure that some of my original people change their stats since they've been around for a while. And I've got other people that can do their jobs and shit, so I can like delegate them out a bit better. Handling. Art, won't do cooking. Construction. Do plants and shit. Not too much, just waking up really. Oh yeah. Yeah, same. Same really. Most of this Franklin just won't do. That's fine. I don't need Franklin to do much more than do healing and maybe handling. A bit of growing and stuff. Yeah, no, I feel like we're all kind of just fucking waking up today. I thought for a second they're Fred, but no. It's Franklin. I'm just trying to find all my originals, because in amongst 266 people, and they, at some point when the game did its 1.5 update, it scattered my originals throughout the colony list instead, so I have to sit here and actually find them. You don't want to do wardening. You do cooking. You can do hunting. What else do you do? You can do construction. You won't do plants. Hold on, let me get rid of that. You don't want to do plants, but you do smithing. I'm guessing that the smithing and tailoring and shit is the higher priority. Honestly, I'd rather you do the cooking as a higher priority because there's probably other people that could do it. I'd rather find Jet up in the kitchen than down like doing this. I know they've got really high levels, but it's only because they've sat there and just kept doing it. And they do have a passion for it though, so maybe we leave that. If that's the case. I'll still leave cooking and stuff because they won't always get a bench. Just out of interest. I also have 2 Jets. That's another thing too. After updating instead of leaving your shit alone, they went to jumble it up. So yeah, basically when the update happened last year, my original colonists were at the top of this list, and same with they were at the front of this like bar, like they were all the way over at the start. So the first like group of people I could guarantee were my originals, and I could keep track of them. And then they completely scrambled it, and I had to just kind of like find where they are. I've set this to alphabetical just for a moment, just to make this a little bit easier to find. But yeah, when they scrambled it, it did not make it easy for me to find my people in here. Like it for a little while, they had like special gear, but then as I kept getting more people, it kind of went everywhere. Because the thing is, like, generally speaking, the way RimWorld works is when you take a new colonist, it tacks on to the end of the list. But when they jumbled it, they jumbled my people throughout the list, and sometimes people will die off in front of them or behind them, and they'll move, they'll shift around and stuff, so it's not static. It's not as static as it was. Yeah, I have over 200 pawns. Yeah, I do. I have 266 at the moment. So it does make it a little bit difficult. I've got a couple of people outside the colony at the moment. But, yeah, I'm just going through and changing up some of the stats on my people. The other thing too is I don't think I changed Jet to do more medical stuff. I guess we could bring you up with that. Wrong Jet. That Jet can't do the thing. Yeah, no, I'm just going through and I'm just finding out what skills my people have got, like the original ones. And I'm just seeing what I could be changing it to. Because there's a lot of my people that are sitting on like mining equipment, or they're sitting on like stone cutting and specific crafting, and they could be getting used elsewhere. So yeah, it'd be great if they could, you know, maybe prioritize something a little bit more important. Like, this person does like watering and handling, a little bit of hunting and stuff, but I don't always have prisoners, so it wouldn't be too bad if they would also like to do like, you know, the growing and stuff like that as a priority, and like reduce their like cleaning and hauling and stuff. I know that anybody that's got like priorities on this side have either got low stats or they've had to go somewhere where it's important, you know. So Tappy, welcome in. What kind of game is this? Surely not a horrifying one. No, it's pretty peaceful. It's I'm taking a colony of like 250 plus people to the Land of Ship quests across the world, and we're at the 3rd location at the moment. We didn't get to stay at the last location for very long, so the game tile glitched out and we had to evacuate and abandon the base, and when we moved here we basically almost starved. So we're just mostly still trying to recover from that, trying to get enough food, trying to fix up all of the, all of like the equipment, their limbs and all the things. Anything that may have got damaged on the way here, we're just trying to make nice and stuff, you know, for the most part. You're the colonists? Not really. So I don't change the name of any of my colonists. Like if I happen to catch a colonist and it happens to have a name of like somebody in my community, I'm cool with that, but I don't change names. Like, I don't want to click off this because I'm doing a thing at the moment, but I can have a quick look around. I know I'll be in a bit of the way, but where is somebody with a special name, for instance? Well, for instance, there's me in hospital. I walked into my colony, so I stole me. So yeah, I can do that. I can walk into anybody's colony in the world, so that's the thing. I have a few people that I started with that I took in from previous colonies that were like my favorite colonists and stuff, and I brought them in with this Prepare Carefully. And then if I come across somebody that's got a name, like, I'm not coming across people just yet because I've only got like a small window to like look around because I want to keep this open for a second. But like Shadow and Wolf and like Grim, there's Grim, hold on. Like a few people walked in and I just kind of took them and stuff. I'll hang out up here for a moment while I'm still doing this. I'm pretty sure we are illegal aliens. No paperwork is silly, everything not nailed down. Look, generally speaking, if you happen to be in proximity to the RimWorld that I'm on, I'm just gonna fucking steal you. Like, that's just kind of how it works. I don't take slaves and stuff like that, and I don't do any like organ harvesting, and I don't do any like of that shit, but I will absolutely steal you if you happen to exist. So I'm just gonna leave them to like mill around a little bit, and I'm gonna keep trying to find my originals so that I can like get their stats changed up, because it's been a couple of years, almost, actually in literally another week or two. Within a week or two, this game will have been running for 2 years IRL. So that's fun. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. In the meantime, like I said, like I don't need some of these guys doing like super high